When your cats walk all over you at night, do you really know what they're trying to tell you? It might seem random, annoying, or just part of their nightly routine. But underneath that behavior, there's something deeper that most people don't notice. It's one of the clearest messages your cats can send when the house goes quiet. And if you react the wrong way, like most owners do, you might be sending the wrong message back. Number 1. They're checking if you're still alive. Why do your cats always seem to step right on your chest, your neck, or your face? With so many places to walk, why those exact spots? Because those are the places where your breathing is easiest to detect. Your cats aren't just wandering around aimlessly, they're checking if you're alive. In the wild, sleeping next to another animal that suddenly stops moving can be a serious threat. So when your cats step on your chest and feel it rise, or pass near your face and notice the warmth of your breath, they're confirming one thing: you're still here. And there's a reason they do this at night and almost never during the day. When the house gets dark, they lose the visual cues they normally rely on. You're not walking around. You're not talking. You're not reacting to anything. To them, it's like you've just powered off. So they go check. But here's the part that might surprise you. There's a much deeper reason your cats keep choosing you as the place they climb onto at 3 in the morning. And it goes all the way back to when they were still kittens. I'll leave that part for the end because, honestly, it changes the way you see every late-night visit. Number 2. They're secretly marking you as part of their territory. Have you ever wondered why your cats don't just sit next to you at night? Why do they have to walk across your body like you're part of the path across the bed? Here's what's really going on. Your cats have scent glands in the pads of their paws. Every step they take on your skin, your clothes, or your blanket leaves behind a chemical marker that you can't detect, but that signals ownership to any other animal in the house. And this isn't random affection. It's biology doing its job. Think of it like this. During the day, you shower, you leave the house, you come into contact with other things, other people, and maybe even other animals. By the time you go to bed, the scent your cats left the night before has basically faded. So every night they mark you all over again. They walk across you, press their paws into your body, and in their own way say, "This one is mine," all over again. Researchers at University of Lincoln found that cats living in multi-animal households do this much more often than cats who are the only pet. Because when there's competition, marking territory becomes urgent. So the next time your cats cross your chest at 2 in the morning, know that they're not just being annoying. They're reinforcing that you belong to them. Number 3. They heard something you didn't. Have you ever been fast asleep and suddenly your cats are standing on your chest out of nowhere? No warning, no build-up, just paws on you and wide eyes staring at the door like something is about to come in. That's not paranoia. That's your cats reacting to something real. Cats can hear frequencies up to 64,000 hertz. Humans only reach about 20,000 hertz. That means your cats pick up sounds that, to you, simply don't exist. A pipe shifting behind the wall, a raccoon moving through the yard 2 rooms away, the refrigerator compressor kicking on in the kitchen. You slept through all of that. Your cats didn't. And here's what makes it interesting. When they hear something, they don't just stay still and listen. They look for the safest high ground in the environment. And at night, that high ground is you. You are the highest, warmest, most familiar spot nearby. So when a sound grabs their attention, the instinct isn't to run and hide. It's to climb on top of you and assess the situation from there. A study published in Animal Cognition found that cats can distinguish familiar sounds from unfamiliar ones. Even at rest, they never fully switch off. Even when they seem completely out cold next to you, part of their brain is still monitoring the environment. Number 4. Your body is their personal heat source. Why do your cats always end up on the warmest part of your body? Not next to you, not near you, but right on top of you, exactly where the most heat is coming from. That's pure biology. A cat's resting body temperature sits between 101 and 102 degrees Fahrenheit, a few degrees higher than yours. That means they lose body heat faster, especially at night when the house cools down and there's no sunlight to absorb. So they look for the best alternative, and that best alternative is you. But here's what most people don't notice. They don't just lie down anywhere. They're searching for the warmest spot. That's why you feel your cat slowly walking across your legs, pausing on your stomach, moving up to your chest, and only then settling in. That whole routine that looks random is actually a heat map. They move across different areas of your body, compare temperatures through their paw pads, and stay where it's warmest. And that also explains why cats tend to prefer your chest or your lap instead of your legs or your feet. The central area of your body produces more heat, and your cats figured that out a long time ago. You'll also notice this behavior increases in winter. Not because your cats love you more in cold weather, but because the difference between the house temperature and their body temperature gets bigger, and you become an even more valuable heat source. Let me know in the comments if your cats look for you more during the winter. I'm almost sure they do. And go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot. Number 5. They want you to get up. Have you noticed that sometimes your cats don't just walk on you and settle down? They walk on you, then sit on your face, then purr right into your ear, then tap your hand over and over until you simply can't ignore them anymore. That's not affection. That's persistence with a goal. Cats are crepuscular, which means their bodies are wired to be more active at dawn and dusk. So while you're in your deepest sleep around 5 in the morning, your cats are entering the most active part of their day. They're alert, full of energy, and they want something. And that something usually falls into one of 2 categories. The first is food. Cats have incredibly precise internal clocks. If you feed your cats at roughly the same time every morning, they don't need an alarm. Their bodies tell them when breakfast is coming, and they start pushing earlier just to make sure you don't forget. A study from University of Zurich found that cats can anticipate feeding times with impressive accuracy, sometimes within a window of 15 minutes. So when your cats start walking all over you at 5:45 and breakfast is usually at 6, that's not coincidence. That's planning. The second is boredom. If your cats didn't burn enough energy during the day, all that built-up energy shows up right when you're trying to rest. So they do what any intelligent, understimulated animal would do. They bother the one creature in the house that can fix the problem. And here's what most people get wrong. If you get up to feed or play every time they do this, you're not solving the problem. You're teaching your cats to do it more often. They learn very quickly that walking on your face at 5 in the morning gets results. And once that association forms, it's hard to break. Number 6. They need on you because you remind them of their mother. Remember back at the beginning, when I said there's a deeper reason your cats keep choosing you as the place they climb onto at 3 in the morning? Something that goes all the way back to when they were still kittens? This is it. If your cats walk on you and then start making that slow, rhythmic motion with their paws, pressing and releasing like they're kneading dough, that behavior has a name. Cat owners call it kneading. But what it really is might be the most emotionally powerful thing your cats do around you. When kittens are born, they need their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. It's one of the very first things they learn to do. That behavior never goes away. It stays with them for life. So when your adult cats climb on you in the middle of the night and start kneading your chest or your stomach, their brain is reliving the closest thing they have to a childhood memory. And the reason they do it on you is that, in that moment, your warmth, your breathing, and your heartbeat make you feel like the safest place they've ever known. You remind them of their mother. And just like you are your cat's safe place, you might also, without realizing it, be doing things that hurt them without knowing. In the video on your screen, I talk about 18 things that, if you do them, your cats will never forgive. Click on the screen and keep going with me into the incredible world of cats.